Yo, what's up, people? So, we'll be going over yesterday's and today's trading. So, yesterday, I didn't put any photos, but we'll go to it right now. Ah, shit. I think it was like right there. So yesterday, these are the trades that I took. As you can see, it was pretty much low volatility going into the day, but, oh, this was a good inverse that I saw price do. Oh, so we'll go to the 930. So once 930 hits, and then once 10 o'clock hits, you'll be looking for that reversal, and so we kind of have a seek and destroy. So we take out both people who entered short right here would have gotten wrecked. People who used this as an inverse would have been feeding their family. But so looking into it, there wasn't really any. This was not a good trade because we closed under. We still closed inside this volume imbalance, and then we take out the low, and then once we hit the low, that should be. You should be like looking at that and noticing that okay, we swept the low, we're bullish, so I'm looking for a bearish fair value gap to be inversed. And once you get that inverse, you could have entered long, stopped there, then you would have stopped at break even. There weren't many longs. There are some like tricky ones, but there's this one where price takes out these equal lows that were I didn't notice at the time, but they looked pretty they were gonna get swept no matter what. So price takes it out, and then we leave a bearish fair value gap that gets inversed and then gets tapped back into, and you could have found entries either here or here. This one would be good, but you'd be simply targeting these equal highs. So from here to here, with the risk to reward ratio there, that wouldn't be that good. This was a really good one just because we're delivering from this inverse fair value gap, and we're inversing another fair value gap, and we don't close too much above it, and then we get that tap back into it before moving up higher. We kind of get a power of 3, but so I took a trade actually. I don't know why this is on here, but I took this trade yesterday because price closed below this. So when price closed below, I found my entry with my stop loss here, take profit, and my stop loss here, and then I got stopped out for a pretty big loss. But looking back, this wasn't really the best trade. I'm kind of still confused on the trades that I did take yesterday just because I didn't really mark it out. And the thing with yesterday, I wasn't really trading in the morning at all. I was simply just going to trade the PM session, but I was kind of in class, and yesterday is a really busy day for me, so it was just a little bit complicated to trade. So it should be like on those days, you shouldn't really be trading, and you should just kind of be studying and focusing. Yesterday, I did a lot of studying, a lot of reading, and those sort of things, which is good. I tried to trade the midnight session yesterday because I was up, and I saw these shorts because so we had this sort of downtrend on the 1 minute, and then we purged this low along with this low as well. These pretty much equal lows right here, the here and here. So I put the fib on here because this was what was taken out, and then we start to move higher, and then once price got up to here, it started some rejection, and maybe it could have hit this one, and ES never took out this high right here. So what I was looking at this was that ES never took out this high. Well, NQ obviously did take out the high, and it took out this high. So once it did that, and it inversed this fair value gap, I was looking for price to go lower. It did not. So that was that one. I didn't take this trade. This was just on the charts. In the actual midnight price was just, I don't know why I was looking for shorts really. Oh, because there are there's this inverse fair value gap, but there's also equal lows. These two equal lows that I had a feeling should be swept at a certain point. It never did. Price just kept on going up higher and higher and higher, which is expected. And now we'll go into the AM session. So we had this obvious purge of the low and this liquidity sweep during this right after market open. So from 9:30 to 10 right around here, we didn't really get much. We got like just a move. So we have this low that you'd want to be swept and this high that you want to be swept. So we swept this high around here, and then we get this inverse. This is a good inverse. This wasn't a good inverse. And yeah, price started to go higher, but I mean, all in all, if you hop on the 3-minute chart, this was a, oh wait, no, 1-minute chart. This was a really good inverse because price, if you don't see it, there's just one bearish fair value gap. There's not many. Price inverses and then taps back into it. It doesn't tap back into it exactly, but what it does tap back into was this all-time high, previous all-time high. So it kind of shows you that these all-time highs have a lot of like liquidity still resting around it. So price just kept going higher. And you know what I was looking for was a retracement of that weekly candle, because we're ending the weekly candle ends in 17 minutes. So yeah, and then I was looking for this fair value gap to be inversed on the 3 minutes. Price never inversed, it just reacted from it, which is fine to me. And then price started moving higher. And once it started moving higher, I came to the conclusion that we're in the last hour of trading. We're coming into the last hour of trading. And price is not just going to keep going higher and end with like no wick. Price, the majority of the times, the weekly candle will end with a wick. So you're going to see that retracement back down to at least like 20 or 30% of the true weekly range. So once I saw this fair value gap that we just created be inversed, and then tapped back into, and then created an order block, and then we tapped back into that order block. So that's when I entered, and this is a good trade also because on the 3-minute chart right here is what I was truly eyeing down was this to be inversed right here, because once this was inversed, I was like, we're 100% going to hit this low at least. Because remember, we're not going to end up here. Like the candle's not going to close right here. Like we're going to have some retracement of some kind. So when we get this change of state of delivery, we tap back into it. I added another contract, and then price closed below it, coming back up to here, to the consequent encroachment-ish of this bearish fair value gap. Actually, let's see. Yeah, around the consequent encroachment of the bearish fair value gap, and then started moving lower. And there was another entry like you could have found on the other time frames, but I was done when I did this. Not looking at P&L, just simply taking my model, and that's what I'm going to do next week. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a couple videos on this weekend to just educate myself, and maybe if one person views it, it would be great. And as you can see here, when I was seeing this, I saw this candle right here, and you kind of can judge the rest of the trade based on the next candle, because if the next candle was like this, then I would be out, So I would not be letting price go up to here to stop me out. So once price is in the blue, you have some wiggle room to adjust your stop, add some more entries, adjust your stop. So just like that. And yeah. All right, we'll see you guys next week.